Right, so what I'm going to be doing at the minute is I'm going to prick out some red cabbage. Now I only want 6, so I'll probably prick out about 8 just to give me a couple in case something happens to a couple. So I'm going to use a module and 3.5 inch pot. I've got another one somewhere, I'll dig that out in a minute. Well, I just wanted to show you leggy plants. Now, if like me at the minute I'm that busy at work that things seem to get ahead and I can't catch up, so with brassicas, as you probably know, it don't matter if they get leggy, apart from cauliflowers can be a bit tricky if you bury them too deep. But I'm going to show you a little trick with brassicas. You can plant up to the leaves, so good healthy plant. I'm not going to take the biggest ones because obviously they're the leggiest, so I'm going to take that one and I'll just put it as deep as I can get it. Try and show you, the camera's in an awkward position, so I'll get it right down, pack it up with some compost down to its leaves, and that'll be fine. So next one, right down to the bottom. Never hold the plant by its stem, always try and hold it by its leaves, especially when they're this young and you've just got the first leaves, when the true leaves haven't come yet. And then it goes right up to its leaves. I love it in there. Another one, right up to its leaves. And you remember, brassicas like firm soil, so when you're planting them out, if you've dug your ground over, it's a good idea to put a plank down and walk over it on a plank. Try and get it as firm as you can, really. Onions like it a bit firm as well, but brassicas will repay you for firm soil. They're just getting the second leaves. So I'll just carry on with these and try and get, I'll save that one because that's extra long. I'll put that one in here. Look, that's really leggy, so he can go in this one. I have got a dibber somewhere, but I've put it somewhere in autumn and I can't find it. So in he goes. I usually use 3.5 inch pots all the time. It's just that at the minute with stuff I've got in greenhouse, I'm a bit clogged for space, so these might get potted on into them. Right, so just do these last couple. I've got quite a bit of potting on to do today. I've got some tomatoes, I've got some peppers, chilies. I also want to get my spring onions going, and my beetroot, so they're on the cards, as long as I don't run out of compost, or I'll be doing a mad rush to allotment shop like I'm supposed to be this morning, but never went. Just use that one and repot that one. So there we go, repotting red cabbage. You can do this with any brassicas, like I say. Get them deep, get them right up to neck, so to speak. And they'll thank you for it later with a great crop. So while I'm in here, you just see me just pot them on. These are me banana shallots, so I just thought I'd give you a quick view how they're coming on, and they're up and they're growing. I think I've got some over here as well, as you can see, loads really. And at the bottom, I don't know if we can see with this, see because of the tripod, let me just move the tripod a little bit. At the bottom I've got some garlic that's well on its way. In fact, I could do with an hour or two on allotment to get it sorted, putting them in. But so far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trays of shallots, which as you know I'm going to be growing more than them than onions, and they're the onions I have got in that tray and that tray. I showed you how I did them, and they're just coming up. You can see they've just broke out, and you can see some green on them, so that's good. So I'm going to get back to sowing and breaking out. So now I'm getting on with planting some, well, sowing I should say. These are white Lisbon spring onions, big bag full for not a lot of money. I think you can see that 25 gram for a couple of quid, and they last quite a while. So I usually put about 4 or 5 in each little station, and it's as simple as that. And then you plant them out in their little plugs, and you pick them in the little plugs. So these, you get 4 or 5 spring onions at a time, which is roughly about how many you want. So I do quite a few of these because I give them to people at work, because I'm that kind of guy. So it's as simple as that really. So you've got no excuse. Now's the time to be starting them for an early crop. Probably putting a few more than, probably putting 6 or so in each one. But I've never found it to do any damage having a few extra seeds in it. Because once they go into ground, they're away, and you can always thin them out anyway if you think there's too many. Put a few to one side and plant them together. So try and get them well spaced out in module. I'll just finish this up and I'll show you. Just sprinkle a bit of compost on over after. A couple more for end. Alright, and then it's just a case of, it's not bad compost this. I mean, it's quite a fine riddle I'm using here, and I'm only leaving little bits like that. So quite lucky I get it from Allotment shop. I mean, you can get cheaper stuff in supermarkets, but you get what you pay for. I think I pay about £3.50 a bag. I don't think it's that dear. Although when you add it up how many bags you have over a year, I suppose, especially if you're doing potatoes, it can become a bit costly. But as you know, this year and last year I trialled doing potatoes in my own compost out at the garden or off at Allotment, and it was great. So I'll be doing that again this year. So that's it. Little bits like that, just drop them in my planters. A few nutrients in there for my fuchsias. I've got a block somewhere that I use for going over the top of my seed trays, but I don't know where it is at the moment. It's always the same at the beginning of the year, can't find out. Well, that's them down. Later than usual. I mean, I looked on my video and I did them last year. Did them at the beginning of March. So, on my a fortnight later, but it'll be right, ain't it? So I'll give these a bit of a drink. I ain't got I think I've got really. I did have a watering can with a really fine rose on, but I don't know where it's gone. Well, I do know where watering can is, I don't know where rose has gone. So anyway, I just use a pot bottle with a rose end on. Do for now. And I'm just going to put a cloth on it. Just cover it. Sit it somewhere in greenhouse. That's it. The job's a good one. So I do a similar thing with me beetroot, and this is just bog standard stuff. This is bolt hardy, and I grow this because, as the name suggests, it doesn't bolt. So this is the one I grow every year, and I have done for the past, what, 6 years I suppose it is, since I started growing this one. I have changed one. Well, I started off with one that grows, I can't remember the name of it now, but it grows really tall, and it just bolted all the time. Then somebody put me onto bolt hardy, and I've never looked back. So bolt hardy is the one I'm growing in this module. So as before, just put this time I've put 4 in each one because it's the bigger modules. This is 24 one. Put 4 in each because they grow into bigger plants, and then I just a bit of compost over the top. You don't need a sieve to do this. You can use a plant pot. Does exactly the same job, just a little bit slower. So they're only from Wilco's, these sieves. You get a dibber and a couple of other things as well, but like I said, it's the beginning of spring, and I can never find out at the beginning of spring. That's why I'm putting the extra shed up on allotment, because that's going to be my store shed, and my pots and stuff will go in there, and then I will have room to store the other things in my shed here that I keep all my pots and my trays and stuff in. I'll be able to I'll be better organised, that's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, anyway. Famous last words, that, isn't it? So make sure they're not at the top, which some of these are. So just give them a little push down. Right. And then I'm going to do the same as I did with the spring onions. I'm going to put them in the seed tray, water them, and put a cosh on them. Right, these are beetroot monetta. I've not grown these before, and unlike the bolt hardy, if I get one out I can try and do a comparison. It might be a bit tricky now, I'm holding these in my hand. Let's have a look. As you know, with bolt hardy, the thing is with bolt hardy is, I don't want to get mixed up. Get my hand in, if you can see that. I can't see, but there's a few, no, I can't tell, but with bolt hardy there's a few seeds fastened together. With this, these are just individual seeds, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put 4 in each. They're like coated in something, I'm not sure what. Not much information for you there, I'm sorry, but I haven't looked it up. You can go and look it up if you like. So I put 4 of these in. Obviously, because the bolt hardies have got, there might be 2 or 3 seeds stuck together. I put 4 in, but I can get sometimes 8, 12 plants out of one module, which is fine because I thin them out a little bit, and I put them in little. I grow mine in little clumps. So and they push each other away, and they're fine. So I'll show you that later when I plant these out. Or you can look back in last summer's videos and you'll see how my beetroot grew. So trying a different one this year. I mean, I'm going with Bolt Hardy because it never lets me down, but these hopefully I'll be picking them when they're a bit smaller, and these I'm going to try and pickle some of these whole. Still got some pickled beetroot from last year. Took loads to work as well. They were well happy with it. So in fact they're still going on about it now. So do exactly the same. I'm fast approaching 1,000 subscribers, so I'd like to thank you all. I've noticed over winter that I've gained a few hundred subscribers, which I'm really chuffed about. But also I want to mention Amityville and the Productive Garden down there on the other side of the world, because them two were the first people ever to comment on my videos and give me encouragement, because I only started doing videos for family, just to show them what I was doing at an allotment and stuff like that, like you do. And I did it because I've got family all over the place. I've got so I did it for that reason. And other people watched them like yourselves. So I wanted to give a thank out to Amityville and Productive Garden for their words of encouragement, because if it weren't for them I wouldn't still be doing them. So if you've got anybody to blame, they're your men. So 1,000 subscribers, it's unreal that. Chuffed when I saw that coming up. So I think I'm about 40 off. So if you're not a subscriber and you've got anything out of this video or any of my videos and you've enjoyed even a couple of minutes of it, please subscribe. Get me over that 1,000, I appreciate that. So that's how I start my beetroot. Yet again, I'm going to put them in a tray with a cloth over them, give them a water, and Bob's your uncle. Well, I'm down on the allotment and I'm afraid not a lot's changed. I've come down really to clear the greenhouse out a bit. I've got all that hops in there, so I've cleared that out. Because I'm going to bring the shallots down here, but say not much has changed. Strawberries. The beds are ready though. Just got to get me rotavator out. And I've been working on this one today. Talking a bit quiet because there's other people around, but these are my sleepers that I'm going to sit my greenhouse on. That greenhouse over there. And that's the bed I've just dug over. So I'm ready now for the rotavator. It should be next week sometime. Fingers crossed. I'm going to put some muck on that one. That's the only bed I ain't got any manure on. So yeah, not a lot's happening. Just thought I'd give you a quick brief look round here. We'll, can't actually see what I'm pointing camera at. We'll have a walk up here and we'll have a look in pond. There's nothing in my pond. It sprung a leak back end of excuse me, last year. So I replaced it
with another dustbin. This one hasn't got a crack in it, but I did have to turf a frog out, and I think he wasn't very happy about being turfed out because he's not been back. So, but let's have a look at this one. Look at this frog spawn. If you can see it there, look, frog spawn in there. So there's probably a couple of frogs in here hiding as well. But we've had to put this over it because now we've changed from a allotment society to a cooperative society. We've had to have an health and safety man in and a risk assessment man. And one of the things he pointed out was that's not marked up as a pond. Somebody could actually fall in it. So fair enough. So that's it. Just have a walk back to the plot and so as you know, this is going to be mainly fruit eventually. I've got a blackberry plant to put in. I'm going to have down here is going to be raspberries. I'm going to have a row of gooseberries. And some other soft fruit over that side. Excuse me. Got another shed to go here, and a patio area in front. Now I've gone back to work though, where it's not going to be done. If I hadn't been working all last year, and it would have been all done by now, but like that plot over there, I had that sorted in less than 3 months. So, but now I know how everybody else has to work around the plot, so it's difficult working 5 days a week. But now nights are drawing out. It should make it a lot easier for me to get down. So that's it. I'll sign off and upload this. See you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'm just showing you my calabree that I've pricked out, and this was exactly the same, very leggy. Well, as you can see, I've buried it right up to its neck, and it's getting its true leaves. So I bury it right up to its neck, and I'll probably move these on into 3.5-inch pots at some stage. Well, I just wanted to show you how my calabree is going on. The other thing as well is, and I've heard a lot of people complaining in UK about the compost they're getting. Well, I just wanted to say that this clover, I think it comes from Ireland as well, is fantastic. I mean, I paid 60 litre bag, £3.50 from local allotment shop. And I'm just going to riddle it and show you what it's like. Right, so I'll put a couple of 3 scoops in my sieve. Give it a little shake. And it goes through quite easy. As you can see, it's left some lumps, but I've got to say that as soon as you rub them together, because it's only a damp bit of compost, as soon as you rub them together, it just breaks up. It's just a bit of hummus really. So after that riddle, I mean, there's an odd little bit of stick, but that just breaks up as well and just disappears when you rub it between your fingers. So out of that riddle, there's nothing but compost. So supermarkets need to book their ideas up, because the stuff I'm seeing from your big DIY shops and supermarkets is absolutely disgusting, and even garden centres, it's rubbish. If you can get compost like this, why are we being sold
stuff that's been made up from council tips. It's absolutely stupid. And as Dan says, that stuff's shite. And this is good stuff. Quick while the wife's not looking. On top of the wardrobe. And these are my potatoes chitting away. You see, keep iron up here. But yeah, chits galore. And one thing on my point, sometimes you put one in and it chits wrong end, so you can't always be 100% right. So just keep an eye on them, and you might have got one or two upside down that you need to turn round. So once they start chitting, that's how you can spot them. As you can tell, this is the first time I've looked up here since I set them going, because that's all I do. I stick them up here and just leave them to their own devices, because they want to grow, so they just do the thing, don't they? That's another one there, look. So you just check them, make sure. Oh, that's a big one. That's what happens when you don't get enough light. They should. They should be that colour. When they don't get enough light, they end up going that colour. Right, so there we are. Potatoes chipping on top of the wardrobe. Right, last thing before I sign off for good, not for good, for definite this time, and I'm going to go and upload this video. No editing necessary, hopefully. Just stick it on and upload it. So this for an idea, well, it came from a comment from Paul from the Cats channel. Get you sent over there and subscribe. He's suggested that the shallots that I grew last year, the banana shallots, that I put a few in to gather seed from. So what I've done is got a little trough, dropped 3 in, 3 of the biggest I've got left, and I'm going to see if I can get some seed off them. He said I should get about 150-200 seeds from each, so that'd be bang on for next year, that. So I've also sown a couple of tubs of mixed leaf lettuce, some of that cut and come again, so that'll keep me going for my sandwiches. Also, I just noticed, and I've just cut them back, my fuchsias are just coming again, so I've cut them right back, and hopefully they get a good display again this year for me. My baskets, this one's come again as well. Still waiting for this one. It's not showing no signs. Or that one. So if we get 2 out of 4, I'll be really happy. So yeah, see me shallots. And while I'm down here on the floor, should be garlic. I didn't get down last time because it was on tripod. So that is, I think out of the whole lot, there's 2. I think there's 2 that I haven't fired, to coin a phrase. So yeah, there's 2 maybe that aren't germinated. That one's got 2 on, and that one's got 2 on as well. So I don't know. Excuse me, been in the medicine again. Don't know if I can split that. I shall have a look when it comes to planting. So that's it really. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers a lot. Bye.